Hey everybody. Sorry for the minor adjustments. I started hearing Biggie Smalls allow me to I'm just getting a lot of his lyrics right now. That's wild. Um Hold on 1 second. All the ladies in the place with style and grace. Okay. What's the name of that? Oh, it's Big Papa. Okay. I love it when you call me Big Papa. All the ladies in the place with style and grace. Okay, okay. Y'all, y'all, what's that mean to you? I love it when you call me Big Papa. All right. So there's a masculine energy who has a little something to say. All right. Let's uh let's see what's going on. I only welcome high vibrational energies. Everything else must go, must go, must go. He said, I love it when you call me Big Papa. Leave your hands in the diffuser. That's somebody from your past. Period. I done saw every card, somebody reminiscing when I was over you for real. Don't entertain that crap. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Oh, I see an Ace of Pentacles real quick. I feel like somebody. Okay, thank you. We moved that past energy out the way. All right, so there's new masculine energy, and that's like what they're meditating on. Like they finally know what they're looking for dating wise for some of you. Yeah. They done figured it out. They done figured it out. Ooh, that shadow work ain't nothing to play with. Well, good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. I feel like they've had their fill of a different sort of feminine energy. Okay. Like they're reflecting. Six of Cups, Five of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Like literally reflecting on their life, which is right on point, right? There's been a lot of astronomical transits that support that energy. We saw that yesterday with the Mirror Guardian, or yeah, it was yesterday. Still, that energy is relevant. See the wise. Okay. Give me one card to correlate with this reading. These messages. Thank you, Holy Spirit. An angel or an air. Thinking. Ancestor oracle card. Thank you. Just one, Holy Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lord, didn't I look? Take charge with authority. That's what I love it when you call me a big papa. You don't have to be from the East Coast, but you know, in my mind, that's how it sounds. Okay. Message: don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. The Lord is the consort of the lady, the emperor in the traditional tarot. He represents an authoritative male who isn't afraid to lay down the law, But this doesn't mean he is angry or chauvinistic. He is self-possessed, reliable, and ambitious. A man of honor who has earned his place in society. The Lord in this oracle holds a ram staff and wears a crown of antlers, showing he keeps himself firmly rooted in the ground and is protective of his people. His regal air indicates that his regal air indicates he has a taste for the finer things in life. Yet he is sensitive to those who are less fortunate than he is. Extended message. Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it is time to change that. There is no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for your growth, and it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. You are being encouraged to be a boss instead of being boss. This card also brings the energy of ambition and can show you have the potential to move upwards on a professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. All right, beautiful energy, but that's okay. But that really does confirm the big papa energy we were feeling and channeling. So that's you in your personal pursuits and ambitions, and or dealing with life in general. I was really getting that someone is reflecting how they've been in different types of romantic situations. And I'm hearing Lady Gaga poker face, but again, it's the energy of Lady and Lord. And so being attracted and pursuing dark feminine energy, and having like bad romances and shit like that, opposed to really embracing what they need opposed to what they want, and how those two things can come together. Yeah. It's the end of the karmic, devilish, low vibrational dating sphere for someone. No, look. He's right here. See? Bulls had a come to Jesus moment. See? Eight of Wands, Ten of Cups, and there's justice right here. It's taken a long time for this person to get, or these masculines to get to this place, but they now see the light. Now look. See? All the ladies in the place with style and grace allow me to that. See? Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Look, we see the star. Boom. Somebody's had an ego death, shift in ambition, like self-realization on why things work out the way they do. Heavy emotional energy. Beautiful though, because it's actually allowing for growth. Yeah. No more pity party is what I'm getting. Like, okay, they know. King of Swords. All right. What other message do you have for the collective that would incorporate with this? Ooh. Yo, why they playing those scrubs? Immediately playing those scrubs. See, look. Ace of Cups. Whoa, y'all playing. No romance. Insert whatever. That's that. Somebody's like, yo, the music is pumping. They're playing real love. That. I think it's Rome. I don't know. But that's that energy also correlate. Y'all really funny. Correlating, roaming around, insert euphemism. Yeah, look. From wanting to taste the rainbow, Seven of Cups, and indulging in this and that, and now it's like, nope, they understand. Absolutely understand. Yes. Ooh, he's bossed up. From a boy to a man. From a knight to a king. Look, Tower. Again, we Mars energy, right? Aries energy. And then we have the Tower with the King of Cups. This is huge for somebody. I mean, huge. but right on schedule. Wheel of Fortune. This is someone who's avoided this for a long time, by the way. Why is it this? Yeah, look. Judgment. Fell right on top of that King of Wands. Look at that. And look, it's like, well. Isn't it the consequences? Right. There's no more getting away from that. Pluto has had a significant influence. But again, it ties back to the tower energy. Okay. Like tarot, not tarot, astronomy, astrology, it's an evolving thing, right? There's old, new, and an integration. And so I've always tried to refer back to an original state because so much of the philosophies and the influences and where I personally it energetically feels cusp energy when planets are shared or comfortable and all of that. So whatever. This person's had a very significant Pluto retrograde. Like the retrogrades have been very impactful because they're generational planets, slow moving, long lasting, and so slow and steady. But when the realization or the actualization happens, that's just what it is. There's like, coming from the depths. Oh, Jesus. Um, they're playing Adele. We could have had it all. Right. Rolling in the deep. Exactly. Yeah, look. Crystal clear. Crystal clear. This is the evolution and the rise of the masculine principle, but honor in an emotional space, like rooted in emotional stability, understanding the value of peace and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Knowing thyself, also with the King of Swords there, believing in yourself, having the awareness of, as it said, ambition, right? Like I can achieve, but I'm gonna make it happen. Okay. No longer fighting or blocking, standing in the way of the knowing. Went from nothing to too loud. See? There's the Two of Cups and there's the Four of Pentacles. It's this recognition of what they've been holding themselves back from. Look, there's the Lord, there's the Empress, and there's the Two of Cups. See? Full. Brand new. Look. Some of you had faith, you knew that this transformation would occur, but it's the space, it's the releasing and the resistance. It's just like relying on your own intuitive knowing. For those of you where this is just, these are energies that are surrounding you, you are um experiencing life with. These could be fathers, sons, uncles. It doesn't matter. It could be people you have interest in, but you've allowed for space for maturation, whatever. You know what I mean? For their personal growth and development. They're playing Mumford and Sons. I belong with you. You belong with me, my sweet. That they're playing that. See? All the blood that I can bleed. Right. They're no longer rejecting. See the Ace of Cups, see the Queen of Wands, you see the King of Wands. Right. It's a vibrational match. It's not about it. Again, the coalescence, the merging of need and want. Whew. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Good job. Way to like persevere and Aha, the sun. Someone is no longer shunning the light. Also, I'm saying, look at this shit. Look, 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 look. This isn't just energy. This is a true evolution. This is showing up as a physical human, like a masculine energy. Wow. Somebody's ready to fight for what it is that they want. They want roots. They want a son. They're ready to create. No longer trapped by fear or anything. They finally, wow. Somebody, it feels like a vision quest. Somebody came out of it bawling their eyes out, like waking up from like a terrible nightmare, but one filled of one's own choices. See? It was a lot, but they're victory. Victories are short on the other side with dedication and perseverance. You gotta fight for your right. It's not necessarily to party, but you know, to achieve your goals. Right. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Interesting. Interesting. For some of you, this is truly your kingdom spouse. For others of you, this is truly work related, and you're about to find the spark, the missing link to whatever pursuit project you've been working on. After what feels like some sort of stasis. But I also see, like, man, it's beautiful. I don't want to give too much, but everything that you have been praying for, and it's high vibration. Let me state that too. Boom, lovers. This is high vibration. This is not a flash in the pan situation. 2 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Okay. Dope. This is true balanced energy. Okay. Some I can feel what this person has just released. It's like training with a weighted vest, only to like have it just slip off, and all of a sudden you just like take charge, take charge. I rebuke the devil and all his minions, prying, spying, monitoring, all that shit. I do. I really do. And all the attacks. I do. I just saw it. from indecision, lack of clarity, all of that. Mm-hmm. 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 No more avoidance. The path is becoming clear. This makes me feel like, for those of you who study different philosophies, different quote unquote religions and things like that, this is giving me like Ganesh energy, where it's like you choose the path, right? You got all these tools, it's your choice. Um, and so this makes me feel like breaking ground, like this recognition that it's you, that there is no spoon. How about that? There is no spoon. Boom. See? Faith without works is also dead. I'm getting with the Fool and the King of Wands. And so, because the Nine of Pentacles just jumped out over here, and it's like you're blazing your own path. What is being done is not been done. And that's a mouthful, and that's a huge thing to say, because, as we've all been taught, there's nothing new under the sun, but I'm literally getting that there actually is. There are a few new things. At least things that have been attempted but halted. We're gonna leave it there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because it's divine, it's spiritual, it's an attunement, it's an upgrade, it's all of these things. It's leaders of the new school energy. Thy will be done on earth as in heaven. There's the star energy. All right. Love that. Love that. It's divine. Hierophant chariot. Do you understand? It's divine. Okay. What other messages do you have? Like I said, it's what this person has released. This is a masculine energy. Like this is a dude, like a full dude, grown ass man. Um, it's so to go from the 10 of Swords, right, to be in this King of Cups, but there's the Fool. It's really giving new leash on life. The Swords is like, nah, by any means. That's beautiful energy. And there's the Hierophant. Page of Cups. It's uncharted territory because someone truly is following their heart. They're on the pursuit of happiness and joy and freedom, and so it's like that same energy that they've put into their education, their career, it's like this nine of, sorry, there is the star, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. And so someone has definitely been through the ringer, but they've cleared it. And healing, even though it is happening, ascension is, even though it is happening, it's still wholly uncomfortable, but it's exhilarating is how this feels, because they've really been released from so much. It's like, well, I've already been through, like, so let's just try something different. Let's do this. No more limitations, no more self-limiting beliefs, no more living by fear, worry, and anxiety, no more trauma, none of that. It's the effects have finally worn off. Because someone's like, they've invested so much time and energy into worldly things, but where has it truly gotten them? Bogged down. Now that somebody is like made the decision, right? But they've done it from a place of purity. It's very practical, it's very grounded. Now it's time to pour into a different area of life. They want balance. And the only way of getting it is by making it happen, Captain. Right. So look, now someone's no longer fighting for this realm, so to speak. They're not putting in the same energy, the same effort, the same tirelessness. No. Look, told you that fool. Somebody, like, I want to be happy. I want peace. I want harmony. I want that good life. People are truly learning double Piscean energy about when you fight against the current and where you just go with the flow. Yeah, somebody like, this is freedom. And I mean that. This is like freedom reigning. People have taken charge and authority over their lives again. And I love the energy of the big papa, because it's like people actually do want to like bounce their kids on their knee and see their grandkids. It's just a little different. They're being much more selective where they pour their caring and compassion, where they rally. They ain't see that shit coming. They really thought they had people tricked, but they didn't. Trying to make people live in fear backfired. Again, the release of self-limiting beliefs. Here's the thing. You can have so much happen where you just block it out. You like, nah, nope, nope. Especially when the illusion has gone so long and it's so thin, and no one's trying to be the band that plays as the ship goes down. At least, right? The worthy sacrifice was the engineer in the boiler rooms, who were still sending out maydays and keeping the lights on so people can get to the rescue boats, etc., etc., using the Titanic and what they discovered through exploration and imaging. Just saying. A worthy sacrifice or a pointless sacrifice? And I'm using that, metaphorically speaking, but if you're going to put in the energy, the time, the effort, what's it for? So look, the healing of the family and the lineage, people finally merging what abundance really means, what legacy truly means, to be innumerable as the stars. You can be Scrooge McDuck, or you could be like one of them wealthy ass Middle Eastern families where, you get an Arab money, so to speak. I'm air quotes, but it's cool. So just saying, knowing how to bring and invest and grow and but also balance, lowered energy. Okay? I love that. This beautiful, because you see, there's the earthly and then there's the emotions. See, with the star pouring as much into, well, it actually looks like the ripple effect is much more profound from the vessel that's being poured into the water. The impact is felt much greater, but also feeding the earth, the resources, the abundance, the physical abundance. Instead of allowing people to come in and take and, you know, investing that those ideas and creativity in inward. Instead of rejecting your family, healing your family, growing your family, investing in your family. Trust me, the irony is not missed on me. It's not. It's not. It's not. Four of Swords told you healing, recovery, recuperation, renewal. Look, and there's the Page of Wands. The healing of the generations. That's what that feels like. The healing of the masses. Finally in recovery mode, but making a decision, a choice, you know. This is macro energy, Lord. Reclaiming one's personal power. You know, the Six of Wands is a very interesting card because, you know, you can interpret the people with the other wands as supporters, right? Or in some aspects, they could be folks who opposed you or a mix thereof. But the Six of Wands also says movement, balance. Balance. Solutions, harmony, healing, empathy. All the elements finally present and accounted for. Just saw the Six of Pentacles. Legit balance. Ah, look at Jupiter working. Take advantage of that energy. Big Papa energy. Okay? Oh, I love that. Glorious rising to you, my love. Yes. Yes. Encourage it. Utilize it. Transmute it. Right. Especially as we transition between these two seasons. We have Scorpio and there is Sag. Big, big, big. 13 breaks down 2 or 4. 4 is about control and organization. Lord, take charge with authority. Make it happen, Captain. Utilize the energy as we come into the new moon, right? New moon, new moon, new moon. Manifest, manifest, take charge. Utilize it. Come on now. You got the juice. Ace of Swords. Beautiful energy. You got the juice. Make it happen, Captain. See. Oh, I love it. I love it. This would be the perfect time to begin restructuring and organization and things like that. Maybe not necessarily full implementation, but I say trust your intuition. You understand? Regardless of the transits and this, that, and the third, that just means you might have to be more diligent. Your follow through gonna have to, hey, I sent you XYZ. Did you receive it? Oh, let me double check this before I submit it. Da 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 da. That's it. Just makes you more analytical and making sure you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's. It's like a spiritual. I need the proofread more than just spell check. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes the grammar uh, recommendations, I'm like, no, that actually messes with the context, syntax of it all. No. Hmm. But this is a beautiful time to be in your feelings. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Charge. Wow, look at this. Know what you know, stick to what you know, and don't leave to this bullshit, because that's lies. Okay, that's lies. Work with this beautiful, abundant energy to call in and grow what it is you need to grow. Do you understand? You do. You do. Yeah, because there's definitely been energies that have been trying to, um, uh, it's opposition energy for you to feel scrambled, for you to feel uncertain. Don't worry about that. It was some sort of warring attack, but that shit went back. Okay, don't do it. Yeah, that energy went right back to where it belonged. Mm, mm, mm. I saw an interesting video. I don't know what year it was from, but boy, it was a hellstorm, and I've often heard about like golf ball, baseball size hell, but you rarely see it, and thank the Lord for that. But the damage it caused was prolific. And even the beast of the field, it was a giant bull, went running for cover. Because, boy, shit hurts. And then just the property damage that it had inflicted was astounding. So no matter what people have gained in their attacks against you and their energy harvesting, like I said, that energy got returned. And there's a level of devastation and destruction that has befallen them for their antics. Okay. Beautiful Ace of Cups energy. That's the current energy. Oh, see, look. Manifest, manifest, manifest. New moon energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Get into your daydreams. Feel it out. Feel it out. But also, make those calls. Oh, look. Look at this shit. Beautiful energy. That's the level, okay? Some of you have ascended into Emperor energy, or for some of you, you've had to oscillate back into Emperor energy. Either way, you a boss, and it's time to show it. The respect, you might have to show up and claim it, but I really feel strongly the praise and recognition. People will be celebrating you, because there is a call for leadership, for people to step forward. Your control, your discipline, your focus, you're about to get some praise for it. As I say that, look. There's a Knight of Cups, and look, there's that call I was talking about with judgment, the awakening. People need leaders. Look, Eight of Cups to the King of Pentacles. Look, Ace of Swords. There's the Fool. There's the Queen of Pentacles. See what I mean? Things are going back into harmony. Wait. Where was it? And very spiritual, for sure, but it's emotional. There's a a recognition of need for the other. And again, this is not necessarily gender-based as much as it is leadership. If you are a natural born leader, you are being called to the front of the line. They need new ideas. They ain't want this shit, but this lesson is turning into a blessing. It's amazing because I keep getting this energy as I'm looking through the cards. It's like the war has been won, but it's been a battle for your mind, a battle for your heart, and the war has been won. There's like this unity between your heart and your mind. The gap has been bridged. Like in terms of chakra alignment, there's a reason why we have neurons in so many places, not just our brain, but our hearts and our GI, our gut. Those are different points of the chakra system. You know, self-preservation, survival is the first neurons that kick on. The heart takes a little bit longer, emotional depth, because unfortunately, if you traumatize a person as they're growing, it could really make the heart chakra, the neurons there misfire, misalign in such a way that you don't trust your own emotions. And you have to. That's part of bridging that gap. But the clarity of the mind, of being able to use both, it's called diplomacy. Empathy and logic equals diplomacy. So this is really awesome energy, because now you truly enter. It feels like more folks, even though it's the energy of the emperor, right? Masculine rules logic. The connection between the heart and the mind puts you into justice energy. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Beautiful. Beautiful. Because that Five of Swords be giving, I gotta get mine before you get yours, huh? But that's not what's happening, right? It's blocked. This is where we are. Look at that. Look. It's the energy of knowing how to feed both. Why are y'all playing that song? Why? It has nothing to do. Okay. So hold on. Oh, thank you. Now I ask you to take care of it. Appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. you, Holy Spirit. What other messages? So, again, that just feels more like what we've been discussing with the Two of Swords to the King of Swords, going from a place of indecision and not knowing what to do, and how ADHD people get so overwhelmed they can't get shit done. They're like, but all of a sudden from being stuck to clarity. It's amazing because it really is given. I don't know what to do, like avoidance, block it, and then all of a sudden, like boom, taking action, knowing what to do. And now knowing how to speak. Someone's very good at being cold. Very, 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 very good at being cold. But tapping into that emotion, that's been very difficult. It's prevented them from making good choices because there's a lack of empathy, a lack of compassion, tolerance. Being a leader is more than having an iron will. It's actually a lot more about being loving and kind and caring and listening to the people in which you wish to lead. Yes, being able to make hard decisions. Absolutely. That's why you're in that position to make the hard choices. But that doesn't mean cold and calculating at all times. That's really cool. Someone has been like, I don't know who this is, but someone has literally sat down with their inner child and really thought about how their inner child, that childlike version of themselves, would feel. It King of Swords, Page of Cups, King of Cups, Three of Swords. See what I mean? Like their inner child would be embarrassed, like legit embarrassed for their actions, their choices, their coldness, their ruthlessness, all of it. They would just be appalled. And it's like somebody has finally realized that they had lost that connection to their inner child, that innocence, that kindness, the joy. That's pretty cool. What? Listen, didn't I tell you that all of that, it's that bridge, guys? Look, Two of Wands, right? Direction, travel, planning, right? Temperance. Someone's going to make something right. I don't know how this affects the collective and how it will register overall, because it really feels huge. But someone is recognizing the treachery, the 10 swords. There's the Chariot. There's the Wands to make things right. Not having given up, working towards healing, restructuring, like big time humanitarian energy, like an amends. But there is grief here. Five of Cups, regret, sadness, remorse. Someone had truly been blocking, see? Seven of Wands, and there's the Empress. That heart-centric Venusian energy that resides in all of us. Look at this. Wheel of Fortune, light worker. We all oscillate and undulate as we move through life. Nobody's perfect. Like nobody. Jesus was the only one that we can account for. But every other leader we've ever had in any philosophy has a backstory. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're actually very relatable in that capacity. Nobody starts off 100% a good dude. I mean, there are children that have been raised in monasteries and nunneries and shit like that. But that's discipline and environment. That's not being actually tempted. That's not being challenged. That's just, I'm not saying shit don't happen in those confines. At the same time, it's very different from the randomness, Wheel of Fortune, that it happens in life in general. Different. And it, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look, but now it's back. Look at this. Somebody found the missing piece. Two of Cups, Emperor. We see the Empress here, right? Five of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, right? Somebody figured out what the fuck was missing. Magician. And there's the Fool. Oh, I love it. I really, really hope messages have helped you. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll do this again later. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But I love it. Finally, the bridge has been built back between your heart and your mind. Look at this shit right there. The feminine energy has been reclaimed. Look at the Ankh, the creation of life. Look at that. It takes two, baby. Anyway, right. Love you guys. Bye.